The holidays are always big for movies, so today, well, we have 3 of them to talk about with our movie expert, Linda Cook. Now, you're going to break my heart with this first one, Kraven the Hunter.
Ew. You know, I wanted to like this movie, but there's very, very little to like about it. There's a song in it that I thought was really, really pretty.
Okay.
So I try to find something in every bad movie that is positive,
but it's
right?
a Marvel movie, correct?
It's a Sony Marvel movie, and it's one of those concoctions that doesn't make a lot of sense. It is, I would say, poorly scripted, and boy did I clean that up. It is it's just terrible. And it kept getting worse. It's over 2 hours long, and I kept thinking something has to pick up here, but it's just absolute silliness. And people mocked Madam Web earlier this year. You remember that, right?
That was horrible.
I would much rather watch that one again than this one. This is just awful, and it's sure to win a bunch of Razzie Awards at the end of the year, or the beginning of next year, I should say, for the worst movies. Some of the acting is terrible. I won't call out anybody, but my goodness, is this junk. So skip this. It is terrible.
To read the plot, but I got confused.
I know.
Is he a bad guy or a good guy?
Well, yes.
Right.
And this is from the comic books, of course. This character, it's an origin story, and the idea is that his father, played by Russell Crowe, was a hunter and wanted to toughen up his sons, and there's a lion involved that mauls him, and a stranger comes along with a potion, maybe. Suddenly he has some of the features a lion would have. It's a little bit like Spider-Man, but it's not a spider, it's a lion, so he can crawl walls, though. I don't know.
I was a little confused trying to follow it.
You should watch it. I mean, it is absolutely confusing and confounding, and I cannot in any way recommend it.
Okay. Well, luckily we have 2 others that you would recommend.
2 of the best movies of the year.
Okay. A Complete Unknown.
Well, I'm a Bob Dylan fan, and so I was a little girl when Dylan came to be a kind of a folk icon. But I still follow him. I'm still a fan of his work and the songs that he writes. And this is about, he was a complete unknown when this starts. This is a biopic, but it's only set in 4 years, from like 61 to 64-ish. And the idea is that he comes to New York, meets Woody Guthrie, his ailing hero, and when he meets Pete Seeger, both of them are folk legends. These 2 veteran musicians know that Dylan is the real deal, and they kind of get behind him and mentor him, and suddenly he is the biggest thing ever. I like the movie. Well, Timothy Chalamet can't do anything wrong anyway, but he becomes Dylan. He sings in this, and I honestly had to look that up. I wasn't sure whether they had blended his vocals with Dylan's, but no, he does everything. It's an incredible performance, and I like that it also shows Dylan. You know, Dylan's not easy to get along with, never has been, and the way he treated the women in his life is just maddening, but this shows that, and I like the way it shows the environments of Greenwich Village in that era, and the clubs. The performances are just outstanding all the way around. I give this 4 out of 4 stars, and this is headed toward the Oscars, I can tell.
Okay, wow, all right. Now we have a 3rd movie, and I'll let you pronounce the name.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, okay.
This is, believe it or not, kind of a remake of a 1922 silent film. That's when Nosferatu, the silent Nosferatu, appeared on the big screen. And it is based on Bram Stoker's Dracula. The idea of it is that there is a creature, of course, that feeds on people and must feed on blood to stay alive. So this is no different than that. I like seeing Lily Rose Depp. You might be familiar with her dad, Johnny, in one of the leading roles. And the idea is that there's a couple very much in love. They don't want to separate, but the husband has to go make a contract with a mysterious man who kind of embraces him, and he falls under the man's spell as the wife does at the same time, far, far away. It's the idea of this is passion more than anything. The vampire attraction has passion in it, and of course there's some gore. So this is not for the kids. This is not your PG-13 vampire movie. This is rated R. But I loved every second of it. Robert Eggers, who made The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman. This is his movie, and it has his touch. Very eerie, very, very dark. And if you like Eggers' earlier work, you won't want to miss this.
Okay, so definitely 3 totally different movies.
Very different. And these two, Nosferatu and A Complete Unknown, open on Wednesday in theaters only.
Perfect. Well, you can always find out more by heading over to our website at ourquietcities.com.